I don't come back, blow it all to shit.
You don't have enough explosives for that.
Yeah, but they don't know that.
Let's chat about Being James Bond. For those who don't know, Being James Bond is a documentary that's all about getting us hyped for the Craig era coming to its climax. It's a conversation between Michael Wilson, Barbara Broccoli and Daniel Craig as they reflect on the years of him being the longest serving James Bond.
I thought I wouldn't know how to handle it. But I knew we were doing something really special. I literally met my trainer with a rollie and a bacon sandwich. And I said, I want to change. I think I was so overwhelmed. My world had turned upside down.
But I'm incredibly proud and I'm incredibly fortunate to do this.
What made this interesting was the insights that we got to this Daniel Craig era. There was unused footage, nice music choices, and it wasn't necessarily always the conventional approach. When they were doing the edits and putting this stuff together, they didn't go for just playing the Bond theme all the time. They thought about what they were doing, had a vision with the whole thing. It was also great to hear the conversation between the three of them. They've worked together on every film. That banter, the fun. Barbara always has great insights on Craig and the casting. It really feels like she was the one that pushed for it. So all the stuff that comes together in this 40 minutes is great for us Bond fans. But there's like some weird things going on too. We would love more because we're Bond fans. I think a great example of this is Craig's screen test. What we got was very interesting, but we actually didn't see the screen test itself.
We only wanted him. The only problem was that he didn't want to do it.
A small detail, yes.
And you came into the office, and I remember he walked in, and I said to Michael afterwards, he wants to do it. It was the funniest thing. It was something about the way was wearing French cuffs, and they weren't done up. And just that thing somehow, I don't know why it was. I said, he wants to do it. And Michael's going, you think so? I said, yes, he does. And we were just determined to have him.
The Daniel Craig screen test has sort of become part of Bond folklore. He apparently walked out 2/3 through the day, so maybe they don't even have all the footage. So stuff like that would have been great. The actual camera, what Martin Campbell directed, even more bonus features would be cool. We just got on-set footage of the filming of the screen test. We've never actually got to see the screen test. Like in other movies, you see them. Wouldn't that have been great?
Action.
And the money.
Every penny of it.
The Treasury has agreed to stake you in the game.
Vespa. I do hope you gave your parents help with that.
It was like there wasn't anyone else. That kept freaking the studio out because we kept saying there is no one else. We don't want anyone else. And they kept trying to get us to meet people.
And what was special about this documentary was the access they got. They got access to the big three and the archives. My criticism keeps coming back to this was only 40 minutes and it would sit nicely on a DVD. But I loved Everything or Nothing, the Bond documentary. Really thought it was great. That was kind of what I was expecting or wanting from this. A long, drawn out, lots of interviews, lots of people adding to it. However, just different style. And with No Time to Die coming out in less than 2 weeks, I can understand why you'd be cautious about spoiling things and not giving stuff away. Maybe returning to this could be the thing to do. Give it the everything or nothing treatment then. Imagine getting to see everything when the book is closed on Craig's era. Deleted scenes, behind the scenes, getting people back in to talk. There was something sort of missing. I know they wanted it, or the feel of it was showing us the imagery. But I like the idea of them sitting on a round table discussing this and then cutting in and out. Maybe this was done remotely or pieced together over multiple sessions and that's why. It would have been nice to see the three of them together. So my only criticism is I want more. I like the production, I like the style, maybe some tweaks, but generally I was on board. And obviously what they did really well was they didn't spoil No Time to Die. This would be great if they go back a year after now. However, just like the trailers and other marketing, we're getting hyped for the movie watching this. So if you took on board my complaints, it was all wiped out by this small but very touching moment.
And a lot of people here worked on 5 pictures with me, and I know there's a lot of things said about what I think about these films and all of those whatever, but I've loved every single second of these movies, and especially this one, because I've got up every morning and I've had the chance to work with you guys, and that has been one of the greatest honors of my life. So
Bond fans are always subjected to the tabloid readers saying, oh, Craig hates being James Bond. And we try and explain like the context of that statement, how it just doesn't make sense. But this clip here just sort of proves it, that in his tenure as Bond, he gave it all. So it'll be sad to see him go after all this. But tell me, would you like to see a more in-depth documentary after the fact? Cover the whole era. Could be as long as No Time to Die. Please like, comment, subscribe. Makes a big difference to the channel. We're so close now. If anyone has ideas on how to see the film early, it'd be great. If Bond fans in Ireland and the UK are doing a big event, get in touch. I'd love to reach out, meet people. Stay tuned. A lot more Bond videos to come.